या निवेदित किया जा रहा है उनके आशीर्वचनों के लिए दक्षिण भारत से, कर्नाटका से। कर्नाटका में तुमकुर से रामकृष्ण आश्रम से आए हुए परम पूज्य स्वामी विनेशानंद महाराज, बड़े सौम्य सहज संत। और आपको आश्चर्य होगा कि अपने क्षेत्र में इनके न जाने कितने शिक्षा केंद्र हैं। So many educational institutions are running under his guidance. इतना ही नहीं, उनके द्वारा न जाने कितने शिक्षक तैयार होते हैं। यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के कोर्सेज निश्चित करने के लिए उनकी गाइडेंस ली जाती है। तो ऐसे महापुरुष जिन्होंने लाखों लाखों शिक्षार्थी तैयार किए, ऐसे महापुरुष पूज्य स्वामी विनेशानंद जी महाराज फ्रॉम कर्नाटका, उनसे निवेदन कि उनका आशीर्वाद हम सबको मिले। हमने भी उनसे निवेदन किया कि आप जैसा भी चाहें, आप हिंदी में सहज हो तो हिंदी में करें, और आपको लगे कि आप सहजता में इंग्लिश में ही कर सकते हैं तो आप अंग्रेज़ी में, इंग्लिश में अपना उद्बोधन कर सकते हैं। तो हम उसी भाव से, देखो ऐसे संत का दर्शन हो रहा है, आपको कितना समझ आएगा इंग्लिश वो अलग बात है, लेकिन अगर आप अपने भाव उनके भाव के साथ जोड़ के रखेंगे ना, तो उनके भाव जो है, उनके जो दर्शन जो है और जो उनके शब्द निकलेंगे, उसका तत्व तो कहीं ना कहीं आप पा ही लेंगे एकाग्रता के बल पे। तो इसलिए एकाग्र रहें, शांत रहें और सुनते हैं हम पूज्य महाराज श्री पूज्य विनेशानंद महाराज।
पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिणी तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। Salutations at the holy feet of Divine Almighty. My most respectful pranams at the divine feet of Param Pujya Mandaleshwarji Shri Shri Karshani Maharaj. My respects and pranams to all the great saints on the dais. My love and good wishes to all the devotees who have assembled here on such an auspicious occasion. Please forgive me for the reason that I am a very poor student in Hindi. Definitely, the very spirit of my utterance will be properly received by all the Atma Bandhus who have assembled here. I feel myself very fortunate to get associated with our most revered Karshani Maharshi Ji for the past several years. People of Karnataka love him very much. Almost every year he makes a visit to Karnataka, and we are all very fortunate to have his blessings. A few days back, Maharaj telephoned us and told that this great event is going on. As you all know, tomorrow is Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's Janmadin. We are not supposed to leave our ashram, but upon the great love of our Maharaj, I told him very politely, I submitted that I shall come and I may reach my place near Bengaluru by midnight today so that I can participate in tomorrow's program. Since morning, I am observing this great event in our Ramanreti Punya Kshetra. Yesterday, one volunteer, a gentleman, asked myself and Swami Paramanandaji, my brother-in-law, Swami, where you want to go? You want to go to Vrindavan? You want to go to Mathura? Do you have any list of places to visit? We told him, see, Ramanreti is everything for us. Starting from an insect up to Parabrahma, everybody is happy here. We don't have any interest to go anywhere outside Ramanreti because Ramanreti gives us everything. We have the real Mahatman here, our Maharaj, who is everything to us. My dear devotees, since morning we are observing the lucid, the great nectar of how to make our lives more and more meaningful and more ethical, spiritual, I mean. I am very happy to see so many youngsters in the gathering so that I can mix material science and spiritual science together. And to the best of my ability, I can make them to agree with the beautiful essence of today's purpose. Whatever you study in our biology, your physics, chemistry, so on and so forth, you are confined to sense-perceived truths. The truth that is perceived, I mean experienced, only by the senses is called sense-perceived truths, and it is Santa. It is finite. It can never be infinity. Great scientists like Darwin, so many other people, they confine their research only to the level of organic evolution, bhautika vikas. But human being is not mere organic. He is a psycho-social species. Man is not mere organic species. He is a spiritual species. When you study the pages of history, you come across one Aristotle who says man is a political animal. One Plato says man is a social animal. Alvin Toffler says man is an economic animal. Sigmund Freud, a great scientist, says man is a sexual animal. But Sanatana Parampara says man is a spiritual species. To understand this, as the great souls on the dais rightly said, we must not confine, restrict ourselves only to the organic science, organic knowledge. We must surpass this limit and move towards spiritual science. That great message of spiritual science is being attributed by Vedas, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and Bhagavad Gita. Prasthanatraya, we generally call them respectfully. So every human being's aim of life is to transform from the organic evolution to the level of spiritual destiny. Further, the journey is really challenging. It is really a challenging journey. We must know the spiritual great pontiffs have assured the world that if you say a saint had a past, then every sinner must have a future. You may say because of the punya prapti in the previous several births, a person could become a saint and lead the most powerful spiritual life. But at the same time, Sanatana Dharma says even a papi, even a wicked person can transform his life by adopting satsang, by following the great ideas of satsang, the rules and regulations of satsang. This is what Lord Shankaracharya in 8th century rightly said, Yetatrayam atidurlabham parantu daivanugraha hetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam aur mahapurusha samshaya. See, these three are most important aspects for any human being. Our physical body is the organic body. It is the mortal body. It is a bundle of flesh. It has got some blood. It has some bones. But how to transform it into a spiritual identity? That is the greatest challenge before every human being. Let us go to the pages of Ramayana, where Shri Ram beautifully practiced, not only preached, he really practiced the great values of human life during his avatarana. Even though he was born in an ordinary family, maybe a royal family for that matter, he could lead an extraordinary life. When he was in forest with Sita and Lakshman, whenever he met the rishis in the forest, he used to introduce himself like, I am Shri Ram, son of Dashrath. I am the ardent citizen of Bharat Maharaj, and my responsibility is to protect Dharma in the forest area. He never said, Rama never said, I am the eldest son, Prathamaputra. He never said, I am the first son of Dashrath. He never said. He never said, Kaikeyi betrayed me. Kaikeyi really tortured me. He never said. He said, Bharat is my Chakravarti. I happen to be son of Dashrath. My utmost responsibility right now is to protect Dharma in the forest area. That's all. 3 to 4 sentences he used to introduce himself and keep quiet. And it is said, not even half a dozen of people during Treta Yuga could know that Rama is an avatara. And another great incident we come across, when Ravana was killed, Vibhishana refused to perform the last rites of his brother. At that time, Rama insisted Vibhishana to sincerely perform the last rites. But Vibhishana, as we all know, a representation of Dharma, he told that Ravana was unethical, illegal all through his life. I need not perform his last rites. He doesn't deserve it. But Sri Ram says, Vibhishan, you have to do that. Matsarya, what you call as hatredness, should go only up to the point of death. After the person whom you really refuse to make friendship with, he dies, you should not continue your hatredness towards such person. If you don't perform the last rites of Ravana, I shall do that. That was the reply of Shri-Ram, because when two people come opposite to each other in the battlefield, we both will become the children of Ranachandi. The children of Ranachandi, the person who has won the war must perform the last rites of the person who met his end. See, this is the great message of Shri-Ram. This is the greatest message of Shri-Ram that we come across in Ramayana. In Mahabharat, we come across Rajasuya Yaga that was performed by Yudhishthira. You know that? Yudhishthira performed this with so much of interest upon the instruction of Shri Krishna. It is a surprising incident to know that even Vibhishana came to attend this yaga. But it is a custom to see that any king who comes to attend that must do pranam at the feet of Yudhishthira. When Vibhishana came, he was introduced to Yudhishthira. Vibhishana was very strict in his attitude. He did not touch the feet of Yudhishthira and do pranam. Rather, he simply said namaskar and then he started moving away. This was observed by Lord Shri Krishna, and Krishna went in front of Vibhishana and took him together and introduced Yudhishthira again. Vibhishan, do you know, this is the great man, Yudhishthira, who is performing this yajna, which is one of the rarest in the world, and he is a great man. Let us do pranam to him together. Krishna did pranam to Yudhishthira. By that, looking at that act of Krishna, even Vibhishan felt shy, and he later on did pranam to Yudhishthira. There is a great lesson in Mahabharat. Even the avatar of Shri Krishna respected a man of great values and virtues. That is why in Bhagavad Gita he says, Yadyad acharati shreshtaha tatta devetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanu vartate. On one side he says, Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tektottishta parantapa. Weakness is death. Parasitic approach is death. Too much of dependency on other people is really death. But it is, you should give up all the weakness, the physical weakness, the mental weakness, the intellectual weakness. One of our Mahatmans was telling that by performing good deeds, by inculcating good thoughts, by engaging ourselves in good works, we can have the Trikarana Shuddhi. We can achieve that. So this is the greatest message of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna says, Yadyad acharati shreshtaha. We must follow the footsteps of the elderly people of the house, our parents in the family house, our gurus in our tradition, and the words, the greatest words of the great saints and seers from the time immemorial. This is what you observe even in Taittiriya Upanishad. Deva Pitru Karyabhyam na pramaditavyam. This is the greatest instruction of the Rishi. And also it is said, Daivaruna, Pitruruna, Bhutaruna, Nruruna, Swadhyayaruna. They are yajna, they are also called as yajnas. So I shall conclude my talk with an incident of Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Ji in recent past, 175, 200 years back. This is a great example for all of us. Shri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says how a human being must achieve success in life. First of all, I should clarify what success is. Till now, I have quoted all the great spiritual saints and their utterances to know about success of life. What is that? Jivatman becoming Paramatman on one side. Another is unripe ego becoming ripe ego. An individual becoming an institution. Manav becoming Manava Sampanmul. See, these are the different words we come across, okay? Shir Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Ji says, what is the secret of success of human being? Before going to the words of Paramahamsa Ji, I shall quote you Albert Einstein, who bagged 2 Nobel Prizes for his E is equal to mc square. Einstein says 2 beautiful sentences. Number 1, science can denature plutonium, but not the wickedness of human heart. What all the sciences you study in everyday's life, it can create an atomic material, a nuclear material. You can prepare a nuclear bomb. You can prepare the atomic ammunitions. You can throw them on the people, kill lakhs and lakhs of people. What we observed during Hiroshima, Nagasaki, during Second World War, so on and so forth. But atom bomb, nuclear bomb cannot kill the negative attitude of man. The negative attitude of any human being doesn't have any solution by inculcating physics, chemistry, mathematics or science. For that, Einstein says, science can denature plutonium, but not the wickedness of human heart. He continues, more than a life of success, always respect a life of values. Values means the true essence that is required to make our ordinary life extraordinary. Coming to the point of Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna Ji, he directly advises one of his disciples with these words, and by telling that I shall conclude my talk. He says, the whole world is like water. The whole world is like water. The heart of every human being is like milk. But every human being has to live in the same world, I mean with water. Milk has to live with water. As Shankaracharya rightly said in his introduction to Bhagavad Gita, Pravrutti Lakshanam Nivrutti Lakshanascha Jagataha Sthiti Karanam Praninam Sakshat Abhyudaya Nishreyasa Hetuhu Ya Sadharmaha Dvividohi Vedokto Dharmaha Iti. So keeping that in our mind, as Ramakrishna says, the world is water. Human mind is pure milk. But human must live with water only, with the world. He cannot run away from the world. For that, Sri Ramakrishna says, you must heat the milk first. You must curdle the milk to become curds, which means to say, jamun should be added. Jamun should be added to transform milk into curds. Overnight, milk gets transformed into curds. Next day morning, we will start churning the milk. Ultimately, we will end up with some wonderful makhan, butter. We will get butter. We all know we will keep the butter in water. Water is the best protector of butter. Makhan will be protected in pani. So you should know, in the first stage, water was the enemy of milk. In the fourth or fifth stage, water has become the protector of butter. So unless and until man gets transformed, Sudharan, man gets Abhyudaya, transformed into a man of spiritual identity, the world will definitely torture him, trouble him, and make him to collapse. For that, the only solace is satsang, sadhusang, which has got 3 folds. Our connectivity with God, if it is not possible, our connectivity with the great saints, even if it is very rare, our connectivity with the divine force by going through spiritual books, by doing bhajans, by doing japam, so on and so forth. one of the direct disciples of Shri Ramakrishna says, be always in the company of spiritual great people. If not, at least think of the great saints of the society, because just remembering them, you will have the right track to follow in your life, because mind controls mind, which means more and more we remember our gurus, more and more we remember our satsang. Our mind will be educated, it will be disciplined properly, and it will pass through the right path destined to us by Divine Almighty. As Ramakrishna said, the greatest challenge before us is to transform the milk into butter, and that is what we call as the sadhana, the satsanga, which will definitely yield us fulfillment and meaningful fruit out of it. I thank most respected Maharaj for giving me this great opportunity to share this most auspicious Punya Vedika, to share some of my thoughts with all my Atma Bandhus. I have come from Tumkur near Bengaluru. Most revered Maharaj has visited and blessed us 4 or 5 times when he visited Karnataka. I am very grateful to Maharaj, and I am very grateful to the group of the great monks on the Vedika, permitting me to share my thoughts with all of you. May Lord bless you immensely to get whatever you really deserve as a spiritual benefit of your life. Jai Ram Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna.